does.
Hey, everyone.
Hello, you guys.
Oh, my God. Can you believe it's time for yet?
Another Feel It Real Fun for you on the 5th of July.
That's right.
So is it the 4th of July? Is it like an important, is it an Independence Day or something over there on the 4th of July?
Well, what is today's date?
The 5th.
Right, so it's the 4th
So it's
there.
yesterday. And isn't the 4th of July important?
Yeah, it's like Australia Day.
Is it?
Yeah, but they call it the 4th. Yay!
4th of July.
You guys
yay.
celebrate the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So it's
right.
called
What group is
today's
that?
show,
All right.
Mountain of Money.
It's the Mountain of Money show.
Ooh. Hello, Jesse Windsor.
You can rock and you can roll and you can something at the top.
What?
Let's go to the top. All right. Stella in the gym.
Hello, Stella Jim.
Look at that. We've got Jesse and Stella Jim.
Yes.
Like two J's.
Yes.
And
Jesse J.
Maggie.
Jims.
Maggie.
They're almost J.
Oh, it's like a J sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. So.
So.
And Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian. Called you out on a podcast today, buddy. Yo.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So.
Yes.
Lisa
go to
and LaRock.
easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yeah, get on that list and you get things.
Yeah.
Make sure you drag it into your inbox, click on the confirmation email link, because we can't send you nothing if you don't. And for the one guy that complains, watch this, I just go, and he goes, I just love
Lisa
that.
and LaRock.
Look at
and
that, Levi, all these triple D kids joining us on the 4th of their
So we had
July.
two J's, now we've got two L's, and
That's right.
Valerie.
We got Valerie.
Hello.
Whoa.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
They can do that as well.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right, so today's show is brought to you by me and Victoria because an email showed up this morning. Actually, it was not an email. It was a chatty thing. And so it inspired me to talk about mountains of money, because that's how mountains of money, like it's important, right? So Victoria's going to read a few quotes about mountains. We're going to talk about some other stuff. We'll do some metaphysical quotes from Neville, some really good shit.
Metaphysical ones.
Yeah, metaphysical quotes. All right,
okay.
so we're going to do some money quotes, some mountain quotes, some metaphysical quotes. And you're going to...
sorry, so I missed it because you did the what you love. What's it called again?
Alliteration in my nation.
Mountains of money. Metaphysical quotes. And what was the third thing?
So we're money,
Yeah.
mountains, and metaphysical.
Oh, okay. You put mountains and money separate.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so Victoria.
Okay, so
Screwing it up.
I think I did everything, so we'll dive into I never got a quote.
All right,
first.
that sounds excellent.
Okay.
All right.
So he can always remove the mountain if it upsets his concept of what life ought to be.
All right, Neville uses mountains in some very fascinating ways. If you go to freeneville.com, type the word mountain into the search box, you'll find what I find, which is what if you email me and you say, what can you tell me about this? And I'll just say, go there and type it in the fucking box, right? Tell me what you find, right?
Okay.
Because I don't have a mountain of emails to deal with every day. But anyway, Victoria, I digressed. Let's do it again.
He can always remove the mountain if it upsets his concept of what life ought to be. This ability to mentally move from things this ability to mentally move from things as they are to things as they ought to be is one of the most important discoveries that man can make.
All right, how cool is that? Because it's not like, what's the most important thing to discover? When we went to the moon, we didn't go to the moon. They actually filmed it in a hangar in Los Angeles or Las Vegas or something, right? None of that matters. This is what matters, guys. Learning that you get to move. Doesn't matter if we went to the moon. Get that another word.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
skip to the next quotes.
Okay. So Neville also said, I have seen people who are in debt up to their ears apply this principle, and in the twinkling of an eye, debts that were mountainous were removed.
By the way, I've seen the opposite too. People that are doing great, and they start imagining up shit because somebody else became in power.
Mountains of
right?
debt.
Yeah, it's in power, right? Like Sleepy Joe got in power. Right? Yeah, let's admit it. He's asleep half the time. How much power is he wielding, right? Yeah, how much power does that war far away have over you? How much power? I get
Seeing
tired.
your eyes go, whoa,
Yeah,
power.
yeah, I get tired of it. It's just like radio. So because we've seen people doing great, but it's like, oh, my business is over. Why? Because an old guy is sleeping and needs a teleprompter. Hello, right? But let us continue. By the way, as you've noticed, I make fun of all the presidents, right? So because I know I will get the email. It's like, radio, you're missing the point, right? I make fun of what isn't the power. Darkery, Nancy. Look at that, good.
Hello,
Triple D
you
people.
guys.
Anyway, I've got the
I
power.
have seen those whom doctors had given up as incurable take their attention away from their problem of
that
disease.
might be a key point. Sorry, Victoria, please.
Yeah, repeat or keep going.
Yes.
Which?
Yeah, you choose.
Okay.
I'll just imagine them getting it.
So I have seen those whom doctors had given up as incurable take their attention away from their problem of disease and begin to feel themselves to be well, in spite of the evidence of their sense to the contrary. In no time at all, this so-called incurable disease vanished and left no scar.
All right, so this is where we really should say that whole disclaimer thing. You could have to be nuts to do this. Your results may vary.
We're quoting Neville, so
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm in the mood to just say stuff like that because you really do got to be nuts not to believe in the doctors, and I love doctors, by the way, but to believe like when they say you're fucked, like
That
you really
are fucked.
right?
No.
Or when Sleepy Joe says like whatever he says, all I know is I just watch him shake the hands of people that aren't there. I find it fascinating.
I know.
It's abuse, in my opinion. But anyway, think about it. If I took Grandpap out,
Grandpap.
and let him do that in public, right?
You don't
That'd
have a
arrest
grandpap
me.
anymore.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, they all resigned.
They all resigned and died.
Right?
Yes, got you.
All right. So let's talk
Yes.
about this mountain of money, right? Mountain of money. So. I got to grab a quote down here. This is too good. So I got goodies to update. That's shit for me to do.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
Now, this is the metaphysical part of the show. In our language, Nebo is your wish, your desire.
Nebo.
Nebo. Right?
That's a person.
No, it's a place.
It's a place.
Yeah, a Nebo is a person, place, or thing. Or is that a noun? Anyway.
Brian.
Dr. Brian, get him in the room, guys. In our language, Nebo is your wish, your desire. It is called a mountain because it is something that appears difficult to ascend and is therefore seemingly impossible of realization. A mountain is something bigger than you are. It towers over you. Nebo, not Nebo, that's a fish. Nebo personifies that which you want to be in contrast with that which you are. Okay, and there's a lot more. But
So that's the metaphysical physical.
that's the medical physical bit,
Okay,
right?
got
So that's
ya.
the medical physical bit. Now, ready? This is so good.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to put this in a little infographic later if somebody reminds me. Oh, don't move things around.
I'm not. That's what you read.
Okay, that's what. All right.
Yes.
All right. See, sometimes living with her is like living with a mountain. Right? Now, here's the cool
Where's
thing,
it
guys.
going?
Where is she going with this one, right?
Yeah.
One of these days, she's just going to start beating me live on the show
I
instead of
will.
afterwards, right?
Yes.
Right. So, stop seeking. Stop seeing the mountain. Stop seeking getting to the mountaintop. When you're at the mountaintop, you've got a view. When you're at the mountaintop, your view is different. When you're at the base of the mountain, you're making all those mistakes we talked about
well,
before.
It feels like it's
Oh,
so freaking
I gotta
huge.
go. I gotta go
Yeah.
step by step. We talked about that with the Playground of Possibilities. We've got some cool calls coming up on that. We talked about that whole thing of like it feels so tiring, like climbing that mountain, right? You move to the mountaintop, your vision changes, right? What you see, the world is different. It's the same world, right? Believe me, Sleepy Joe's in office. They didn't change the amount of money in the world, right? We got our new guy here, Albanese, whatever his name is. It reminds me of a Italian sausage, right? I hear his name and I trance out. I just go, yum. Anyway.
Well, he's hoping probably everyone's doing
He's
that.
probably hoping everybody
so
does
he's
that.
staying for good.
Yeah, 4 years of sausage, right?
Yeah.
So, but this whole thing of like really, really stop looking at the mountain and thinking about all the steps you got to take. Stop looking at the mountain and thinking about all the struggle it is to get up there.
It's insurmountable.
It's insurmountable, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. What do you want? What do you really want? What would having that mountain of money, how would it change your day? And this is we keep finding. This actually works, right? When you make it about your day, what would be different about your day if you had a mountain full of money? And you start imagining up that. Because what would a mountain of money give to you? And if you just go into, I would do what I want when I want with who I want, that's called a trans phrase, right? Yeah, it means nothing. Because you've told me nothing. When I ask people that and you tell me, I do what I want when I want with who I want. I said, oh, so you read that book. So what book? Right? The book that was quoted from, right? I read that book like 40 years ago. You don't need to read that book, right? What you need to do is let it be about you. Let it be about your day. When you're on the mountaintop, you don't see the mountain, you see from the mountain. There's the difference. Neville Goddard didn't say, think of your wish every day. Right? I watch people say that all the time. The more I think of my wish, the closer it gets. Right? That ain't Neville, right?
Yeah.
Neville, you really nailed something. You experience what would imply your wish is fulfilled. You experience what implies your wish is fulfilled. Your view will be different. $97 will still be $97. A car tire will still be a car tire, but how you experience either one of them will be different. There's the big key. So there's another bit I want to read out here on Neville, contemplate.
Metaphysical, money,
Yes.
mountains.
I assume that I am. All that stuff. Say something intelligent, Victoria.
Something intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. Right? I don't know how many of you have ever been to the top of a mountain. Right? But it's like, I mean, I can look at Victoria.
I have.
Or, yeah, I can look at the mountain, I can look at Victoria, or I can see from being on top of the mountain. Anyway, so, ready?
Yes.
So, where'd it go? I had it right there.
You said this, I don't know. Something intelligent.
Yeah, say something intelligent, Victoria, because I had it here, but it's gone. When I feel that I am what I want to be, I cannot express the joy that comes with that feeling. This is pretty cool because I cannot suppress the joy that comes with that feeling. When I cannot suppress the joy that
That's
comes
like a res geste.
with that feeling. Yes.
The joy.
Now here's
Yes.
the thing. I don't feel it real to feel joy. Okay, I don't try to revise emotions. I revise states. When I feel that I am what I want to be, you get that? That's a state. When I feel that I am what I want to be. Okay, so when you've changed, I cannot suppress the joy. That's an emotion that comes with that feeling. The feeling of what? Being who I've chosen to be. So you're no longer looking at a mountain of money. Now, when you get that, like literally, when you're on top of that mountain, you don't see the mountain. What you experience is your world. Stop staring at the mountain. Stop chasing the mountain. Stop trying to climb the mountain. When you're on the mountain top and you look out, there's the playground of possibilities. All these other possibilities. All these other playgrounds. Luke says, I made it. Okay, when you're on top of the mountain, you got it? It's these little tiny things. Don't chase emotions. Your emotions will change if you change your state. All right? By the way, you could be happy that you're doing okay, or you could be happy that you're doing great. Either way, it's happy. But it's a different state of, yeah, I'm okay, versus I am great. There's a massive difference between those two experiences, those two states. So when we talk about manifesting a mountain of money, I'm going to give a how-to real quick, right? Because we've got to give you a how-to. That would just be fun, right? When you're experiencing from the mountaintop, it's very different. Large mountain or my kingdom. You got it?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, ready? Who wants a how-to? Come on, put your hands up.
Yeah.
Somebody, yay. Okay.
We all want that.
Cool. I talked about this in the podcast today, but I want to bring it up a little differently. Ready? What do we call that? The streetcar method. So you take something that's physically in your world, right then, right there, you experience it differently. So I went shopping today, and like spinach is more expensive than meat in Australia.
I know.
Right?
And lettuce.
Yeah, spinach is $40 a kilo, right? I just bought ossobuco at $25 a kilo.
Yeah.
That's like premium grass-fed beef, right? Now let me ask you a question. You guys know me, right? $40 a kilo for spinach, right? Or $25 a kilo for ossobuco, right?
Yeah, we know which one he chose.
Now here's the thing.
Ace thing is I can't grow slices of ossobuco in the garden.
Yes.
I can grow spinach leaves,
right?
so that's ace.
Now here's what's cool.
Yes.
I've got an either or decision. Yeah, I'm making this up, by the way, but it's true. This is my morning, right? I get to go, rightio, I'm buying ossobuco. Not because it's cheaper, but because I want to. I can remember the days whenever I had to buy what was cheaper. Okay? I can remember when I was that guy, right? I did that when I was that guy. Today, I go, right, what am I buying? What I want. What I want happens to be dirt cheap. That's fun to me. Here's the thing. You take something that you're doing right now, how would you experience it differently from the state of your wish fulfilled? Right? I'm buying the ossobuco, right? Another experience that I'm having is preparing it for her. Taking a meal off of, making a meal she doesn't have to participate in, freeing up some time for her, and preparing a meal that's going to be lovely on our winter afternoons here, right? And that's the fun thing, because if I was single, I'd be experiencing it a different way. I'd just give me 2 pieces. Being married, give me 3, right? It's these, what can you take that you're experiencing right now and experience it instead of like from looking up that mountain to looking from the mountaintop? 1 cup of coffee? Or are you going, fuck man, I don't know how I'm going to afford this next month. It's already gone up $1 for oat milk. Right? Or you go, rightio. I mean, these poor suckers got to make some money. Right? Right? I make plenty. Darkery says, I bought a bird feeder today. It was the cheapest one they have, but it's also the one I wanted.
Nice.
See, isn't that cool? Because whenever you experience, from the mountaintop, I create wealth. Look at this kingdom of mine. That doesn't mean that if anything, what I notice happens all the time, and I noticed this like probably 25 years ago, all these rich people get great deals. Why? So just play with that. All right, Victoria, I am done.
You're done.
Is there anything you wish to contribute to
I
the
will
show?
say one thing, Luke. That's ace. He says, I'm absolutely loving the Neville Goddard Prosperity Pack.
Yes.
That is great.
That's what we're going to crash commercial today, too.
All right.
Yes.
So what we'd like to know, firstly, though, is what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
Victoria.
Yes. And mine was that one phrase you said, when you're on the mountaintop, you're no longer looking up at the mountain like this daunting thing.
Yes.
But you're looking at your kingdom. You're viewing your kingdom.
Yes.
And I love that. And that's like your playground of possibility. Like you're up the top, everything's possible. So
Absolutely.
loved that. That was my hashtag strawberry bit. What was yours?
One of the things that I notice is when people move to the top of the mountain, whatever that is, right? So let's say imagine a loving, happy husband, and I really nail it. Or no, let me back up.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, I'm going to use a different one because this is good.
Yeah, right.
Because this one took a couple years, right? Citizenship. I did not want to be a permanent resident here. I did not want to be a tourist here, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a citizen. This is my country, right? And so I nail this as my country. So I moved from the money, the background checks, the incessant bullshit, the more things I got to do. Yeah, the endless legal bullshit, right?
There was loads you had to do.
And it was loads, right? It was heaps of stuff, right? It's like radio.
Lots of test exams.
Tests and dumb shit.
Yes.
I was like, radio. Had to go to government offices. Do I look like the guy that enjoys going to government offices? No.
Embassy.
Right? So there were all these different things, right?
Yes.
The mountain that needed climbed. I moved to the top of the mountain and I was done with it. Now, here's the cool thing. At the top of the mountain, I look out over my kingdom. And I go, radio, let's do a live show a couple times a week. Radio. Let's manifest up some puppies. Radio. A BMW. And as I look out from the mountaintop, I see these different playgrounds that I want to play in. From the mountaintop. But if I was just waiting, I've got this one big wish.
As a tourist, yeah.
I've got this one big wish at citizenship. I'm going to wait for everything. Hey, 20, you going to do something? No.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just staring at my mountain. I'm hypnotized. Versus from the top of the mountain, clarity. Oh, there's something else I'll give life to. Oh, there's something else I'll give life to. Oh, there's something else I'll give life to. Exactly, Nancy. I'm looking out over my kingdom. Oh, my plains, my hills, my little forests. Ooh, my wench.
My wench.
All right.
So that was our hashtag Strawberry Beards.
Yes.
While you type in yours, go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yep, that's that little freebie daily email, that stuff. By the way, the doors for Dream Driven Day are open. If you've done it once, you want to do it again, join us. If you haven't done it at all and you go, what's the big deal? Go there, dreamdrivenday.com.
Yeah. And this one,
So
that
many,
Luke
so
spoke
many
about.
crass commercials in this one.
There is, so we'll just ease up after this. The Neville got a prosperity pack that he said he's absolutely loving.
Here, turn it sideways so they can see how thick it is, because we
It's
printed it out
very
on
thick.
thick, yummy paper.
Look,
we do not
look
print
at
it
that
for
double-sided
you.
writing. There's
Right?
just so much.
Yeah, we do not print it for you. You print it for you, right?
Yeah,
So we'll send
so
you,
you know.
all the materials, right? But you got to print it out. Why?
Print it out,
because
highlight
if we
it.
sent it to you, it'd be like $400.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Because like everybody in Australia makes $800 an hour, right? And it's like, oh yeah, you want a fork, right? Yeah, they add $20 onto your bill. It's like, unbelievable.
Okay, and for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, fiealitrealfun.com. Goody show, babe. Mountains of money.
I think it was a lot of fun, and really play with that whole thing with what do we call it, the streetcar method. Now, in all seriousness, and by the way, let's add another bit in. Can I?
Okay.
Lack. What would you lack while you're having one sip of coffee, right? If you knew money was underneath you, right? Money is not the mountain you're looking at. Wealth is what you are. When you give life to the wealth, you give life to the money, you give life to wealth in all kind of ways. How do you have that one sip of coffee without like panic attacking about, oh my God, if the price of spinach goes up to $50 an hour, you know what I'll do?
$50 an hour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
A kilo.
yeah, $50 a kilo, right?
Yeah.
If spinach goes up to $50 a kilo, you know what I'll do? I'll keep buying more meat because that's what I like. Right? I'd like a little bit of spinach. Don't get me wrong, but flesh. Hashtag it, people. Flesh.
Okay, you guys, have a great day. Have a great day night. For those of you in the US, have a fantastic July 4. Catch you in a couple of days.
That's true.
Yep.
We got a magic show. We manifested up a magic show.
You did.
Wait till you guys hear about that.